that as well.
You can use it in your content somehow.
Because I will figure out a way.
You guys, welcome. I'm so excited. I'm here with Colleen Nichols, and maybe you don't know her real name, but my guess is that many of you do know her by her super cool and helpful site and Instagram, No Shame Sales Game. I'm so stoked to get to talk to you today.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
I'm like, how in God's name are we going to keep this interview to any kind of length? Because I have so many things to talk about. And like, of course, your content lately is fascinatingly horrible, like, and amazing. Poop knives and nursing husbands.
What the hell? It is so wild out there. Yeah, it's crazy. But we can get into all that. I gotta do it. I'm here until I gotta go to pickup. So like,
yeah, I love it.
Stuff. I'm good until school pickup.
Dude. Yeah. Okay, so listen, Colleen has a book coming out. She's already, it's out right now?
Out.
I did not know that. I saw pre-sales, so I thought it was still like
out.
I saw best-selling. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
The title is Don't Make It Weird. Because seriously, if you're out there trying to sell, the majority of you are making it really weird.
So weird. Oh my gosh. Yeah, which is why that whole series has been birthed, because it's just people can, like, if you can sell whatever, poop knife, jizz jewelry, whatever it is, and be confident in what you're doing and people are buying it, people are like, yeah, that's weird, but you're not making it weird because you're confident in what you're doing. So
100%. I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
I still don't quite understand the poop knife.
No,
the concept.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been told, people are like, that's just a Reddit like rumor, and I'm like, homie, I've had too many people come in my DMs tell me that they have or had one growing up. So like, it might have started as an urban legend, but like, it's real.
It's a thing.
And people use it differently. So I am so glad I get to know that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I thought the squatty potty was a total joke, and now we have one.
Of course we do. And I mean, it works. I won't go without it. I'm like, where's the squatty potty?
Yeah. My 11-year-old literally asked for it for his birthday last year. And I was like, here you go.
Here you go. And I love that.
Easy.
I know what they want.
So funny. I keep meaning to sell you. I mean, it's not even just selling, it's showing up, right? Like building that brand. And I have a best friend who's also in digital marketing and sales, and she'll send me some funny stuff. But the other day I keep meaning to send it to you.
Please.
This woman collects the blood from her underwear when she's on her period, and like takes you step by step as she's collecting it, and then she puts it into her house plants for nutrients.
Yep.
So many views. I'm like,
like I had one where that woman used her period blood as a face mask.
Oh God.
Just like, I collected in my Diva cup and then I use it as a face mask. And I'm like, and she has the face mask on and she's laying on a white sheet. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm more impressed by, that like you can take out a Diva cup and not spill any. The fact that you're laying on a white sheet with blood all over your face, or that like you're confidently telling people you have menstrual blood on your, like, it's just wild to me what people can do. And that there's people like us who are selling courses or, you know, what other digital offerings. They're like, oh, this is so weird. I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, come on, shut up.
So my favorite is like, I'm not a salesperson, right? And I think we hear it all the time. And I mean, really, like, don't be a salesperson, right?
Right. I know, but think about that. We all are salespeople, because like, I swear to you, if you go out with your friend, I can almost guarantee that one of you will say something and you're like, send me the link for that. Whether it's a shirt or your jumper or headband or an ice mask for your face, like whatever, they're going to say something, send me the link. You've just sold it. You're a salesperson. You're just not making money. So
Every day. I
every
mean,
every day.
just last night, my girlfriend wanted macrame pot hangers and she was like going to buy them for super expensive, and
Yeah.
I'm like, homegirl,
No.
no,
Yeah.
like, no,
I do the
don't
same.
just buy the first thing. So we're doing it all the time. People are
Mhm.
asking for information on what you're using here and there and everywhere. And you guys, you can make money like everywhere at this point.
Everywhere. And like it's bananas to me that people are so weird about it. And when I say weird about it, like in their mind they think this is strange, this is weird, this is bad. I'm awkward. It's like you're awkward because you're not doing it. Like everyone, if you have social media, you can make money. Period. End of statement.
And you should be
It
like,
should be. Yeah.
there's no reason for you not to be making some money. You guys, when you're making money doing something, you can write a lot of cool stuff up.
We just had a call with our CPA, and you can write a lot of shit off. Like it is pretty incredible. So yeah, I highly encourage an online business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love this. I always say that the pandemic created, like, we were headed in this direction. And we were like slowly moving, like the dinosaurs were probably going to die eventually,
Yeah.
but then there was the punctuated equilibrium of the asteroid slash pandemic, and it had to happen overnight, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it feels really awful, and I don't mean it to sound insensitive because that was an awful, awful time, but it was a wonderful time for business because you had to figure it out. And the ideas that people came up with, myself, my friends, like it was an amazing time because you were really tested and you had to pivot. And now, even now, people are like, "Oh, I feel like I have to pivot or I'm overthinking." And I'm like, remember a couple years ago when like you had to pivot and you figured it out? Like just because there's no immediate threat, like you can still do it and it can be fine. But yeah.
People are still online probably as much, if not more, because
Oh
they're not
yeah.
having to homeschool their kids anymore.
Oh my God, the worst. I had my third was born on March 16th, 2020. So like I was in the hospital and every hour that the updates and the rules were changing and I was like, I just want to go home.
But you got to have your husband with you.
My husband was with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had it been like a week later, he wouldn't have been.
I have a friend who was a surrogate and baby was born during it.
Oh,
And yeah, it was a nightmare. Nightmare.
that's
Four
amazing.
kids, 4 kids at home.
Oh God, yeah, I had two other ones and I was just like, this is 0 out of 10 stars recommend.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard.
That is wild. That's wild. Okay, so what, like, in your opinion or in your book or whatever it is, like, what is it that people like need? What do they need to overcome? Like, how do they do it? Because I swear to you, I'm talking to people every day. I'm working with a lot of people.
Yeah.
This is the biggest thing, it's like, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my brand is. I feel weird. And it's like, how do you do it? I'm like, I just pretend like everybody wants to hear what I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like there's okay, there's so many things, but I feel like mainly it's I'm afraid people won't like me or think I'm weird, right? Okay, like get over that because you don't like everybody. So how in the world do you expect everyone to like you? And if everyone likes you, then like you're just vanilla and nobody's going to be like, "Wow, I want to stop what I'm doing for a vanilla ice cream cone." They're not. Like if you're offered a vanilla ice cream, yeah, maybe, but can I have sprinkles or can I like get it in a like milkshake or something? I don't know, but like you're just vanilla. So you have to be purposely polarizing. You have to have an opinion about something. Um, and if people are disagreeing with you, that's good because it means you're narrowing down who you're talking to.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm getting slaughtered about Kanye West right now. Just slaughtered.
I mean, but it's like when people are arguing with it, it's like algorithm, bump, bump, bump. Like you want that, and you don't want people like you're not being purposely polarizing to like be shitty or like be mean to somebody. You're having an opinion about Kanye West, and people are like,
Yeah.
yes, no, whatever. It's incredible.
I don't know. I really don't want those people following me, but
But they find you.
they find me.
Yeah, I think it's that, and I think I don't know if it's women, I know that we have more like generational stuff of like we have to look a certain way and be a certain way. Um, and if we're not, like if we don't have all the trappings, then it's not enough. We're not good enough. Not good enough, not smart enough, not pretty enough, not thin enough, not whatever enough. And I feel that too. I get it. And but because of that, I like to make a conscious effort to like not be put together all the time. Like I don't have any makeup on right now. I could have easily been like, I need to like go do this. I need to go do that. I don't really feel like it today. So I'm not going to. And it's not going to take away from the value and content that I'm going to bring someone because I don't have like makeup on. And I think that a lot of people, women, need to get over that as well.
I think it's appreciated too, you know? I mean, like I'll go do a reel in the car. I mean, drop
Yeah,
off Katie is a hot mess, but like I'm there. Like this is
here's
it.
what it is. Like I have friends who like, will be in their bathrobes or they'll like you want to be able to look at someone else and say, "Oh, me too." Like I look like that too. I feel like that too. I also have laundry on my bed like that needs to be folded. Like all of those things where we can like, you know, make ourselves seem relatable. That's the value add.
And so, okay, so I feel like also, and I'm guilty of this, right? Like I look at like your page and I'm all, why didn't I think of that?
Oh,
Why did I do that? Like, you know, and so people, it's like they have no idea how to brand themselves. They don't know what they're gonna do. And then they see somebody and it's like now that's like out of the question. So like how do they find that? Is it because I'm all over the place and I just don't give a shit anymore? Like I'm like,
as
here
you
I
should.
am.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
So, like, what is your advice? Like, how do people find what it is they're going to do, how they're going to share it? Because you've definitely, you know, like, you know where you're at, and you can go down this path or that path, and you do a beautiful job of it. So, you
Yeah.
know, those who are, it's almost like overwhelming though when you find the people that you want to emulate, but
Yeah. I mean, I think finding people that you want to emulate is great, but then also there's a really fine line. And like most people, myself included, fall over the line because then it's like what you just said, why didn't I think of that? Oh, well, since she did that, I can't. Like, as if what if like Starbucks came out and everyone was like, well, it can't make coffee anymore. It's just Starbucks. Or like, oh, McDonald's makes hamburgers. I can't make hamburgers. Like it's it doesn't exist like that. So if you find someone and you're inspired by them, cool, make it your own. But I think when it comes down to it, and I talk about this in the book, like creating your brand is really about figuring out like your content pillars. And I don't mean like, oh, I'm going to have a pillar of education. I'm going to have a pillar of humor. I'm going to have a pillar of faith. Like that's so boring. Like you need to think about what you would talk about if you were like out to brunch with your best friend. What are the 4 or 5 things that you're going to talk about with her? Maybe when you've had a couple margaritas or, mimosas if that's your thing at brunch. Like what are those things? And then those are your pillars. Maybe it's like you watch true crime documentaries or you watch Bravo or you are training for a marathon. Like very specific things about who you are, and that you like talking about with your friend. That's your brand. That's the personality of who you are. So then when you go to sell something, that's just like sprinkles. Like that can be folded in at any time.
so I asked some of my girls if they had any specific questions, and
Yeah.
there was one that I really did want to make sure that we got to.
Okay.
So she mentioned that you don't do like there's no warm up in the sell, like no warm up in the business offer. Like, so can you
Mhm.
give us a taste of that and what that looks like?
So when I like was in network marketing, I would reach out to people and just say like, has anyone talked to you about this? Like, I don't like the the fluff, the warm up, because I really just think it's warming you up because you're too scared to like actually just say what you're there for. And so the fluff for me comes second. So I want to tell somebody why I'm there. People are busy, they're scrolling at a million miles a minute, they're DMs and whatever. So, has anyone ever talked to you about this? Are you familiar with whatever? Um, and if then the conversations can start. Yes, no, kind of, whatever. And you can have questions from there. And everyone's worst case scenario is they say, no, I'm not interested. Okay, so say they're not interested. Then you can turn into a human and say, totally, I get it. Like, it's not for everyone, whatever. By the way, that reel that you posted about your dog, or that post that you like shared, like, oh my God, that hit home. And like, it's not weird. You've taken their answer and okay, fine. And you're a human. I feel like a lot of times when like sales professionals get a no, then they just ghost. They're just like, oh well, you're not valuable to me anymore if you don't want what I'm offering. And in reality, they're going to be ready at some point. And if you make them feel like they're just somebody else, and like it's just a conversation, like, oh, okay, you're not interested, totally cool, let's move on. It's not weird. And they take note of the fact that you didn't make them feel weird. So when they are in the market for your unicorn tears or whatever, they will come to you and they will continue to watch your content about unicorn tears, even though they said no. So I don't like the fake warm up. I also think that your content can be the warm up. Your content that you're creating in your stories, particularly, should be the stuff that is, making conversation with people. So your audience is already warmed up because you're already talking about so many other things that it's not like this dead silent situation.
I'll also say that like the warm up is pretty obvious. I mean, I
It's
get them
so
all the
obvious.
time.
Oh my God. It's like maybe that worked in 2016, like maybe, but like, come on. No, it's nobody's falling for it. And if I got a DM from a rando, they're just like, oh, hey, I love your vibe, or hey, oh my gosh, you've been on my heart. Get out of here. Like, what do you want from me? Like, just tell me so I can say yes or no. But if you come in with some weird ass like warm up, 99% I'm going to say no. Like,
Yeah.
just automatically because I don't respect what you're doing. Just tell me why you're there. That's all.
Yeah. Yesterday it was like, I've been meaning to see how everything's going. And I'm like, I don't have any idea how we're connected. I've never seen you before.
Yes. Oh my God. And it's like, yeah. No. So I don't like the warm up. And that's like, ugh, that's so coached to
That is the perfect segue into exactly what I was going to talk about next, which is
okay.
like, I mean, okay, so I'll just tell you my personal opinion.
Okay.
It's going to be polarizing.
Yay. Love it.
My opinion is that while I have mad respect for the network marketing, MLM industry, I also have a huge lack of respect for a lot of it as well. It's weird. It's brought me where I am though. And so, but if we're really honest, the vast majority of leaders or people bringing in and training people have no experience in anything whatsoever to do with marketing, probably products. I mean, I know my first product, nobody even had any idea how it worked. They had no idea. They were telling people the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I had to research it and be like, hey, and the amount of people who were like, I had no idea. I was like, what are you doing? But now when it comes to digital marketing, there's like even fewer people. So now like, and the fact that people are getting into these businesses, like, yeah, you can make money. You absolutely can. You can help support, you can help pay bills, like 1,000,000%. But then they're stuck with somebody who's like, okay, now you're gonna DM as many people as you possibly can and ask them how they are, or, all these weird things. So what are like your top bad things, like bad advice things? And it's funny because they go in waves too. Do
Oh,
you
yeah.
notice that?
Oh my God. Yeah. So I think that this is also, yes, I agree. And I was one of those. I was a top, leader in network marketing. I was growing a team, all the things. I didn't know. Like I was learning on the job, which I think is the beauty of it. But at the same time, you can't say, "Oh, I'm an expert," because I just
Right.
started.
Yeah. And same. And same exact. Like I had no idea. I didn't even know what the word comp plan meant.
Anytime somebody asks about the comp plan, I was like, "Let me get my husband," because he understands it and I do not. But so top bad things. Right now, my biggest like rub is the income claims like that we're seeing. Like, I made $87,000 this month, just posting on Instagram. Like, maybe you did make $87,000, but like it wasn't just from posting reels on it. Like there's other things, and like if you can, it's the lack of transparency, and I think that that's shitty. But also, I think it's on the consumer's part to be like, how did you do it? Like, what do you mean you made $87,000 by posting a reel a day? Like, there's nothing else to
What's
this.
the truth, right?
What's the
Yeah.
truth? And you don't even have to say like what's the catch or whatever, but like what's your process of doing this? And if they're not willing to tell you that before you spend money with them, that's a red flag. So if somebody says like, "Oh, well, I'm going to teach you all of that when you pay $5.99 for this course." Okay, well, I need a little bit. I need to understand, is it cold messaging? Is it this? Is it that? How many hours a week do you work on this? Like, are you doing phone call? Like, tell me what it is so I know what I'm getting into. So I think we should be informed consumers, but the income claims I think are very they lack transparency. I don't like it's funny, the faceless accounts are big right now. And No Shame Sales Game started as a faceless account, but it was not a trend. And I'm worried that the faceless accounts are going to have a harder time converting, like long term. Like, I think it'll be difficult to scale. We can make like some sales, but like they don't know who they're connecting with, right? And it's all
Right.
like the same beige, clean aesthetic. So I don't know who I'm actually looking at. It's just like, oh, another cup of coffee, another flat lay of your desk. Oh, that's so like it's all the same. So trying to jump on these trends, I think, is another big like ick of mine.
Because it's a trend. I mean, that's just it. It's like, and then when it comes down to it, we always just come back to like, wait, we want real people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so, in the same vein, another big trend right now is like the master resell rights.
Right.
And it's not, I mean, there are so many. And I've had people come to me and be like, hey, are you doing this? Do you have it? I'll buy it from you. And I'm like, no, dude, like all of this is on Google.
Yeah,
And
I don't really know. It's so interesting. I think I think about it like network marketing because like there are so many people that said, "Oh, network marketing is a scam or whatever," and there were people who are doing it in gross ways, and it probably was a little sketch. But I know people who are doing like not doing MRR, but they started with the roadmap or whatever it's called, and they do really well. But they do really well because they're transparent about how it works. They are saying you're not just doing this. This is what you have to do, or like here's what's included. Here's what's actually behind the paywall. Like they do well. Everyone that's just being like, "Oh, I bought this course and now I'm a millionaire." Get out of here.
well, and I think like the trouble that I have with it,
Mhm.
and I get it. Like same, I have so many friends who are they are doing great, doing well.
Yeah.
And they actually take the course because they are interested in these things. However, the actual income is mostly coming from turning around and selling the course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just I think that's where I struggle. It's like
Yeah.
uh, it's just the same as anything else. What like
Yeah.
and what you're selling in the end is the selling of the course, right? I
Yeah.
don't know how many things I've signed up for that I have not taken any advantage of whatsoever.
Same. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. I when it first came out, it's not new. But when it made this resurgence, this summer, I was like, okay, this is weird because I was only seeing it done in a certain way. And I was like, I don't like this. And I feel like we're taking 10 steps back where it's like, but then it evened out. There were people who were doing it, but like it's the selling of a course that teaches people, from what I understand, if there are people who are more familiar with it, they'd be better at explaining it. But yeah, I mean,
I will say,
that's
uh,
fine.
yeah, I will say that I think the course itself is really brilliant. I haven't taken it, but I like
What I understand.
I respect the people who, have and who are sharing it, and I
Yeah.
think it's very legitimate quality content. So
Yes.
that in of itself is, I'm not like saying, oh, this is the worst thing ever,
No, no, no.
but I feel like a lot of the income is coming from selling the course.
Yeah, which be transparent about that, and I think
Just
you're good
say it.
to say it. And
Yeah.
yeah. So again, the people who are saying that are doing just fine. The people who are making it sound like they're not reselling it or making a different course to sell, that's when, again, it's just that lack of transparency that makes me like my eyes twitch. I can't stand it. Anywhere across the board, whether it's coaches,
Right.
MR, network marketing, like the lack of transparency across the board is just nauseating to me.
Well, and I mean, again, not to go back to, I mean, because MRR, to be completely clear, if you're not sure what it is, it's master resell rights. And essentially, you purchase a program that can teach you how to create your own, courses. Yeah, all your own content, and you're able to turn around and sell that program. It's yours. Like you're buying the rights to it when you purchase it. So it's a smart idea.
Yeah.
I'm still like trying to figure out how the top person is making the money.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how it works. I don't know.
But I'm like, I kind of want to keep, like, I want to keep the rights to the stuff that I work so hard to do.
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, that's that yeah, I don't know. I really don't I'm not super familiar, so I don't wanna, like, speak out of I don't know. I really don't. But
Well, but when we go back to transparency
yeah.
and, whether it's building a following on Instagram or building a, whatever, a new product and company, or growing a network marketing business,
Mhm. Yeah.
it's all like hard.
Yeah, it's all hard.
It's all hard.
All hard. Like, and it's all yeah, it's all hard. I mean, there are quick wins. There can be quick wins. I think again, going back to network marketing, when I was active in network marketing, I had lots of quick wins. I I rose up the ranks very quickly. I started making significant money really quickly. Um, but so that was easy for me. But then my hard came later when it was like, oh, I have to sustain this and I have to continue to like, you know, be relatable when my results were not typical.
Right.
So it's it's hard. It's hard across the board. Or if you're making your own offering, like I've done now, like I say all the time, like at least once a week, I'm like, maybe I should just go like work at Target.
I know.
And I should just go work somewhere where I spend my money, I can get a discount, I work for a couple hours and come home and then I'm done. Like, not that that's again a different type of hard. You have to deal with like people in public all
Right.
day. Ugh,
I
I'd be
know. I told my husband, I was like, I could go to work full time at the high school. Like they need it. And he's like, and then he like broke down what that would actually look like. I'm like, yeah, no, never mind.
I
I
know,
don't
I
want to do that.
know, I know. It's like I think you're either made for it. Like I'm not made to have like a schedule and a boss and things like that.
Right.
But it is
So
hard.
okay, so my story's really similar. Like I had no intention, and I feel like I hear this a lot with top leaders, like no real intention of being an actual salesperson or sharing the product that I purchased. I wanted it for a discount.
Mm-hmm.
And then started making a little bit of money and was kind of like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to do it, no, with no shame, right? Like,
Exactly.
here it is. I'm
Mhm.
selling products that you never expected me to sell. And it was just kind of this shock. Like I said, I was earning money I didn't expect and had no idea how. I didn't know what the comp plan was. I didn't know how it worked. I had no clue. My girlfriend says, Katie, because she's like been doing, she had been trying to get me into network marketing for like a decade.
Yeah.
And she's like, Katie, do you know how bad this comp plan is? And I was like, I have no idea what you just said. And like, I'm making money. Like, so.
Yeah. I was interested. Like I was like, okay, well, like I understood, but not. I couldn't. And again, like my background is in like psychology, mental health. feelings. When you start throwing numbers and comp plans of any kind at me, I'm like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it was like an entire like college course that I had to go through to start.
Wow.
Now I like analyze comp plans because
I don't do
they're
that.
tricky. They're tricky, and they're made that way so that you have no idea what you're looking at, and you can just be like, yeah, sure. But I think again, like you said, the hard came later, and I think a lot of the hard is that there aren't a lot of people who jump in and can replicate what we've done, but they could, right? Like,
yeah,
there's no reason why they can't.
Oh yeah, there's no reason. But it's I think, having a certain personality is helpful. Like I had been online for a long time. I didn't have a big following of any kind, but I was familiar with the territory. Like I knew how to make a post. I knew who I was talking to. I wasn't scared, but that's what's so great that it really is like you can come in here and you can make it whatever you want. I think another thing that bothered me about network marketing is that a lot of the messaging was like, if you're not retiring your husband, if you're not making six figures, then you're a loser. And I'm like, if you're making an extra $50, like, and you can put that towards gas or the manicure that you like to get, like, that's a freaking win, dude. Like, I don't care. So, yeah, I think the definition of success is painted incorrectly in network marketing.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. Any amount of money that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Why not?
Yeah. I mean, like I made $1.73 on Amazon last week.
You're like, hell yeah. I had to sell 87,000 things. So their comp plan sucks.
Not good. It's not good, guys.
So bad. People are like, I'm going to be an Amazon influencer. And I'm like, without 1 million followers, you are? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't I mean, like, look, it's fine because you can write stuff off.
That's true. That's true. I'm like,
that was my main goal. I'm like, now I just need good American and free people, and I'm solid.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, and that's so funny. Like, we can talk about that too, because like, I think people are scared to reach out to brands that they like.
Oh, yeah.
All the time, I'm like, hey, just sending a DM to whatever company I like, hey, who from your team should I reach out to about a potential social media collaboration?
All the time. Every day. Every day. If I come across anything, I will absolutely. And you guys, most of them have, it's like affiliate program.
Yes. And you don't even know about it. It's like at the bottom of the screen. Or it's like, you can just say like, oh yeah, a lot of times I just do product for post. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I was going to spend $100 on that. But if they want to send it to me and I can tell people about it, that's totally worth it to me. So you really just have to like, I don't know. I think it's so fun.
It is so much fun. It is. I worked with, I had a call at one point. I think they wanted to work, they want to put something together for me, like create an affiliate program for me. And I was like, I don't have, like, what made you think that I need affiliates? I'm honored, but
I appreciate you, but no.
I work with people who need affiliates, but I don't know, like,
that's so
here
funny.
I am. Yeah. I'll send him like strings of hair or something. I don't know. But he was telling me about kind of their program and showing me these numbers. And it was like, it was able to compare in the back office how much more revenue was brought in by a very natural consumer who owned the product and shared on her profile with less than 600 followers.
Oh man, yes.
Drastically more revenue generated by her, the normal person, than the influencer who they sent the thing to, who, is sharing a different product all the time. And that's what I think is missing from all of you who think that you can't be successful because you don't have the thousands and thousands of followers. Like you're more influential because I'm going to trust you.
Yes, people trust you. Like they're micro influencers, right? That's, I think, anyone under like 5,000 followers is a micro influencer because you have people like you think, oh, only 10 people are watching my stories. 10 people to buy a product or follow, like that's a legit. Brands are interested in micro influencers, and I think on a different scale. Another example is that I have an Instagram following that you know, is it's not really that big, but like compared to millions of, people who have millions.
Right.
But my book came out and we were having a review of the first week's numbers. And one of the guys on the call was like, how many followers do you have? And I was like, between two accounts, like 170,000, like not that much. And he was like, this is crazy because like these are numbers that you would see from like an actual celebrity. Like I had somebody launch a book 2 weeks ago that have over 1 million followers that didn't do a third of what you did. And I was like, it's because I have a transactional audience. They know me and they like me and they trust me. So when people feel like I have to have more, I have to, so false, so false. You just need to create a community with whoever's there. And that's really powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That's amazing too. Congratulations. That's so
Oh, thanks. But
huge.
just using it as an example of like, you'd think, oh, you have 1 million followers and you're going to put a book out, it'll be a bestseller. It's not. So
Oh God. I mean, again, like I said, I feel like we could talk forever, but I
yeah,
do want to,
I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta go do pickup.
I know. Okay. One last thing. I know. So you've kind of rebranded and now you have a community, I'm assuming. Is that what we call it?
Yes.
Digital sales growth community. And can you just give us like a little piece of what that looks like? And, and then hopefully we'll all see you in it.
Yeah, oh my God, that'd be so wonderful. Yeah, so Digital Sales Growth Community is a training and professional and personal development platform where I train in there and I get that. I think I'm good at what I do, but I also don't think that I'm the only one who knows anything. And I'm very aware that a lot of times coaches, programs, things cost a lot of money. So I wanted to create a space where I could bring in people and cost wasn't a barrier. So I train in there every week and I bring in different experts and speakers and authors and trainers every month to train on a variety of different topics. And the members get access to those trainers included in their membership. So, we have, TikTok experts coming in and, real experts, social media experts and mindset experts and all these things. And we get access to all of that for $1 a day. So
Yeah, that is amazing. I love that.
I'm really proud of it. I love it so much. Yeah.
And a community of people who are looking.
Thousands and thousands of like entrepreneurs that I think that's the other cool piece is that like people actually become friends and not just friends, but like collaborators, customers, client, like all those things because you're meeting people and you're like, oh, I like you. I like what you sell or, oh, like, let's do a live. And like, it's just very cool.
And, last thing, I know you've got to run. I have another call. But I think that like touching on that and that community piece, I think so often, especially probably in the network marketing area, people don't realize that like you can network outside of your company. Like we are not in competition. We shouldn't be.
Oh my gosh, exactly. Like, don't you think if you sold shampoo, it would be smart to like collaborate with somebody who sells skincare or somebody who sells nail polish or CBD or like, because people want to buy all of those things. So, yeah, that was when it was direct sales growth community. It was like I always would say, it's company agnostic. Like, it's all just we're all the same, and collaborating with one another, and that turned out so very well for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. So look for that. Okay, you guys, let's all join Digital Sales Growth Community. I can't wait to get my hands on your book. I'm so excited. I just, I know already just watching your content, getting to talk with you one-on-one outside of this podcast, even like, I can't wait to hear your voice through this book. I know it's going to be fantastic. Thank you for everything. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for making us laugh. Thank you for joining me.
Oh,
Wait,
thank you.
hold on. We have to
What?
take a selfie.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if this is like gonna work. Right there. I don't know. I don't know if I'm pushing the button.
Did you get it? I need
I
to do
think
it.
so.
Let's see. Let me do it.
I guess I could have done it like this. That would have maybe been better.
I'm gonna do a video so I can like post it. And
That'd be a smarter idea. Oh, wait.
Got our video.
I mean, like thinking on your feet, which clearly I'm not great at. Been teaching 7-year-olds all morning.
Well, God bless.
All right. Colleen, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. You have a good one.
I appreciate it. I might have to, try and drag you back on again because
Yay.
it'll be so fun. It's great to talk with you.
You
Have a
too.
great day.
You too. Bye.